We're live, baby. We are live, right on time. Jimmy's impressed. All right, guys. What is going on here? We have the inaugural break of the Dragonlord Miniset. I had one opening. It was gifted to me by Mr. Ed Bear Jr., which allowed me to participate in the grand reveal opening weekend of Dragonlord Miniset. And now we have several more boxes that we're going to open on the channel. And right now, everyone's pissed off. Everyone's triggered. Like, several more? What do you mean, several more? Nobody has this thing. Nobody. Why is there an axe tool? Why is it there? Why is that there? I don't know. Because we got to cut some boxes. Why do we have all those boxes? These boxes are not my boxes. I own one box, guys. Only one box. You see? Collector Arthouse. There's only one house. I'm a one house kind of guy. But the Collector Arthouse Patreon supporters have sent me these boxes, which I will be opening for gracious Patreon supporters of the Collector Arthouse. And we're going to discover, after we circumvent this bar scene right here, Scalper. Big Willie Risley says, Scalper. So it's a bold-faced lie. This right here are the Patreon boxes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from Patreon supporters. I was going to record 6 episodes and go bam, 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 marathon style, night after night. But I was kind of bored tonight. I was like, no, I need to go live. We need live action to kick this off right. The channel does a lot of lives, right? We have a lot of fun with the lives. By the way, is the audio working? How's this working out? What did you figure the chase was? Well, I don't know. The results are showing that it's all over the place. I mean, we don't know what the chase is. People are conflating chase with what are the most powerful cards in the set. And in a way, that creates a chase, right? But what we care about is rarity as well as a collector. Why is my phone here? No one warned me that my phone was in plain view. I got people blowing me up too. Rude. I'm live here. Have some respect. All right. So in terms of pull rates, we still don't know what's going on here. We're trying to embark on the discovery of what are the rarest pulls. Is there such a thing as rarest pulls? I don't know. That's why we're trying to find out. Atticus says, but what's your chase card, Mike? What is my chase card? I don't know, man. I pulled the Dragonlord himself in the initial opening, right? And I thought the Avatar would be the rarest to pull. Here he is. You see? Here he is in all his glory. That's why you see the full art side. It's in a Collector Arthouse frame of all things. Collector Arthouse. There is the Arthouse. There is the title. And there is the Dragonlord, right? Look at this guy. What a stud. Amazing. Oh, there he is in foil. I forgot this one was two-sided. I actually wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that to happen. But it's two-sided. So it's made in England by Arbogast on the Discords. So we're trying to figure out, if you guys are interested in these things, if there's demand for such a thing, we might produce some of these and offer them to people. They're nice. This one is a little thinner and lower profile, right? Then you have this one. There's all types of designs, right? This one's a little thicker. This also says Collector Arthouse. They don't all say Collector Arthouse, but this one is also clear. We're trying to work on the tolerance, you shouldn't see any clear see-through on a frame, obviously. And then it's in a top loader, and the top loader loads through this slit. You just slide the top loader right in there. And there you have it. Nice and easy. But we got to get it, we got to get the tolerances just right so it fits nicely. But it's a beautiful aesthetic, right? And these are very sturdy and hard. These things don't break. You got all kinds of different designs. But for the Patreon ones, our guy, Easy 5 Display, made these guys. You see? So you have 2 dragons, right? And then you have this little dragon breaking out of the eggshell. So that's pretty sick. And what happens with this is this one does not use top loaders. So you just slide this in. This is a 3D printed one. The other ones are done from very heavy duty industrial machinery that's used. I forget what major corporation he said he works for. So you can get those. This one, so for the Patreon supporters, I didn't tell them about this. They sent me a box to open on the channel. I'm going to open their box for them, for the Collector Art House patrons. Then I'm going to send them back a playmat, and you're going to get one of these frames. Either this frame with the dragon breaking out of the eggshell, or this frame with just the sealed eggshell for the chase. The unknown chase. And these are from Easy 5 Display. He sent me one of his boxes, and he was very gracious to send me a bunch of these as samples. So for every one I send back to a Patreon supporter, I'm going to send you guys a frame as well. So you guys can do what you want. You can display your cards. You can put them in top loaders. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. So Tim, what we're doing here is we're looking at various frames for cards. You know, there's nothing in the market like for solid frames. So we have those frames by Andrew. You guys know him as Easy 5 Display. I don't know. He changes his Discord name every once in a while. I think it is Easy 5 Display. But then you have Arbogast. It's another guy in England who is producing these frames. These frames are very heavy duty, very nice. But he's got to do some tweaking of the tolerances to make it fit right. These are top loader set. So they just slide right on into the slit there. And they sit there perfectly. And they're thick and they're very durable. So really nice frames. We were playing around with some Collector Art House designs. It's pretty slick with the Art House. I don't know. I thought the house protruding was a bit much. I kind of like it inset on the frame. And then there were some, like look at this one. This one's pretty low profile, right? You don't see the Collector Art House that much. So there's some with and without. That just says Collector Art House at the bottom. This one says nothing. It's just an amazing frame. And it looks very polished. You know, you can't find frames like this for cards, really. I'm shocked there isn't a market for these. And then it's clear on the back. You wouldn't display it on the back. You'd probably just stand it up. But, you know, with the foils, when I did it with the foil, it was pretty cool to see the foil side. All right, so yeah, they're all pretty awesome. What we're going to do is we're going to take a box at random here. All right? So we got 6 boxes here. Look at this. Look at all these boxes here. They look like Sega Genesis cartridges. That's what I thought when Ed first, when he got those and he started showing them off on Facebook. I was like, look at those Sega boxes. It's amazing, you know? Sega Genesis. What's in the box? I don't know. We're about to find out. About to find out, Jeff Toohey. So there you go. We got 6 of these bad boys. And I'm just going to open one at random here tonight. And then the other ones I might record and I might do like a scheduled release and just have like a marathon release. We'll see how it goes. You guys let me know in the comments. In the comments right now as we go, or also after you're watching this back, let me know. Leave a comment and let me know if you guys like live openings or if you like just recorded. You know, drop it. If I do it recorded, I might be able to get it done in like, I don't know. For me, it's going to be at least 10 to 20 minutes. But this one is going to be Will Inc. I put a label on it so we know who it's for. All right. So this one we're going to open up for Will. And I'm going to keep this one tonight of modest length. Or I don't know. Maybe we'll go long and I'll cut it. I don't know. I was going to record all these. Let me see. How could I cut this without damaging his box and ripping his heart out? We're going to go axe tool from the top. You really just got to get a little crease in there. I don't have fingernails because that's a Bush League move to be a YouTuber with fingernails. You never want to do that, you know? You got to wax your eyebrows and you got to keep those fingernails classy, you know? You got to have classy break hands. Although it is disadvantageous to not have nails. You have to rely on an axe tool. So, Tim, I do have a box from you. Yeah. Did you keep track of who sent what box? Yeah, I did label. I used my label maker, and I labeled the back of all of them to make sure I don't send you guys the wrong foil. So we're going to be covered in that regard. And what I want to do is, my thought was I was going to record all 6 of these and just schedule them for release because I don't want to hold your cards hostage, right? I'm sure you guys want your cards back and you want to enjoy them. So what I'm going to try to do is at the latest, maybe spend some time this coming weekend. If I can fit it in during the week, I might do it. But worst case scenario, maybe this coming weekend, I film all the box openings and then I just schedule the releases so you guys get a bunch of videos to enjoy. And maybe I'll release like a few a week or something like that. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Unless you guys tell me you like it live, then we'll do lives. And I could do, I don't know, as long as the kids go to sleep, I can do whatever I want. I'm an adult, man. I can do whatever I want in this world. Whatever I want. All right. Pretty much. Within legal limits. More or less. All right. So here we have the amazing Dragonlord Miniset. All right. So it is magnetic. So I forget. I only opened one. I'm rusty. Okay. All right. So the magnet's on this side. I forgot about that. You flip the lid, right? Gives you a little snap action. And you have, what do you know? A Dragonlord pack. It almost looked like there wasn't a seal on there, but of course there always is. Now, when I send these cards back to you guys, what I'll probably do is put them in a team bag, but they sit inset here. Yeah, I'll probably just slap them in a team bag, and I think that'll fit because there's a little extra space here. And then I can put it right back in these boxes. A lot of these were from Team Covenant. And let me see if I could show you one without giving away someone's address or something. They fit perfectly in these boxes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in a larger, I'm going to put it in that box to protect this box because you don't want to keep that case pristine. Once we get the Bearish acrylic cases popping off, you're going to want to get those from the Bearish brothers, the acrylic cases. They'll probably, we'll probably collaborate on a discount code or something, hopefully. The boys are always willing to work with me, which is great. We're good friends. All right, so what we have here is the Dragonlord pack. On the back, you always have this card here, so you can give it a little slice without damaging anything. Oh, try not to hit the mouse when you're doing it. So it's just to give it a little crease, or you can just use your, if you have slight fingernails, you could peel it back like that a little bit. All right, so under that barcode card, so the barcode takes you to Ed Bear Jr.'s website, which is awesome. I love that. Sends you to his page, and then the other side of that has the code for Eric's Curiosa's website. All right, so without giving anything away, we have our first pack. First pack. Yeah, the cover of the box does look amazing, doesn't it? It really does. The shrine is epic. People really love the shrine. They're really into the shrine. All right, so thank you guys. We have about 30 people at the moment. I gave 0 notice. I was actually sitting down to film this. We just had a auction end. Where's the auction that just ended? We had, these are very rare. I think we only offer, Severin and I, maybe 1 or 2, maybe like 2, 3 tops per year of the iconic Philosopher's Stone. And check this out. This is Marta's Lugbog Cat altar. So Marta Molina was an altar artist discovered by Eric in the altar scene. This one was the weekend special. The Roaming Monster, the iconic Jeff Easley. Look at that. Incredible. The Wizard summoning the Roaming Monster out of the blue. Out of the blue. All right, I won't belabor this too much because you're here for the Dragonlord. But we're looking at the Philo Stone. Square corners from Alpha. There's only 29 of these in the world. And I've seen a bunch of them. We have 34 people now. There is the beautiful Philosopher's Stone, number 4 of 25, painted by Severin Pino. She actually painted this in 2023. We've been holding on to it for quite a while. So a few were offered, and here you go, another opportunity. There it is, guys. Ended tonight, so opportunity's gone. But there it was. The Philosopher's Stone came and went. Gorgeous. All right, did you guys see? Did you guys see the card? I didn't know the card shifted like that. All right, so we got the Dragonlord. Believe it or not, there's a Dragonlord's lair where all of the dragons hail from. Man, look at these cards, man. Even in non-foil, absolutely stunning. Of course, I've only seen, this is my second box opening. The first one is the one Ed gave me from his personal collection, and I opened the Dragonlord himself in foil. I don't know, maybe it'll be backwards in the pack by the way I'm laying them down. So I got it in foil and full art, the Dragonlord. The Dragonlord avatar is what, like a $500 card right now? I think the Moonsong has been pretty rare, guys. I've seen like maybe a handful of those posted. One theory is the Moonsong could be quite rare. Some people think maybe the Shrine. I don't know. I think we've seen a bunch of Shrines listed. I've seen this guy pop up quite a bit, the Dreg. There's the Shrine of the Dragonlord. The cover of the art box. Amazing. All right, we got the Archivist. The Archivist. There's also some speculation. I don't know. Anecdotally, I haven't seen a lot of Archivists. Have you guys? Kairos, the Archivist. And it's such an incredible artwork. I think Ed said, did Ed say this was one of his favorites? I think so. I think he's saying, you know, this was one of his, definitely one of his more proud works because of the incredible detail. I mean, guys, you got to get the full art print of this to see all the detail on the bookshelf. It's absolutely unbelievable. All right. The Cradle of Ethereum, another beautiful card. This looks so nice in foil. So you guys have been posting on the Sorcery Community Facebook group with hashtag Collector Arthouse, and you're getting on the 6K giveaway wheel. We're going to have a massive giveaway. I actually just bought a painting. When it gets here, it's coming from Europe. I bought it from a European artist. I'm going to add a painting to the giveaway. When the Sorcery Community Facebook group hits 6,000 members, we're going to be giving away a box of Alpha. A box of Alpha goes for about, what, 800 to $1,000 right now? So a box of Alpha, but I'm going to break it up into lots of handful of packs or so, right? And we're going to have several winners from the 6K giveaway. There's going to be original painting. There's going to be one of these Braum binders. Hang on now. You see the artwork in the back? We're going to have one of these Braum. This is the artwork and for one of the new Gothic cards, right? From our guy Braum. It's ultra zoomed in, so you can't see all of it. It's a thin binder. See how thin it is? It's really old school, guys, from Ultra Pro. So someone will win one of those. I'm going to keep adding. There'll probably be some playmats in the giveaway. The Ignis Rex. The Draconis. Awesome. All right, there's the Dragonlord. The Dragonlord in foil. Once again, guys, I've opened 2 boxes, and we've gotten 2 Dragonlords. Can you believe it? The Dragonlord avatar. Whose box was this? Whose box was this? I don't even know. Oh, it was Will. It was Will Jackson from the Discords. Will Jackson, you did it, man. You got the Dragonlord. What is that, like a $500 card? And you got the box from Team Covenant, so you did all right, man. There it is. These are the Team Covenant boxes, yes. Another Dragonlord. So I opened 2 boxes, and I get the Dragonlord both times. Absolutely amazing. Look at this foil, guys. Wow. Man, that looks so hot. Look at that. Amazing. Easy's up in the house. Easy 5 display. I showed it off earlier. Jeff Toohey wants it. Should we just keep? I don't know. I don't want to open another one. I was gonna roll these out. I mean, I guess I could do it as one long ass live. Should we just rip them all? I don't know. I don't think I should rip them all, guys. I don't think I should rip them all. I think I should do a recorded stage release. I got to grow the channel. I got this pathetic YouTube channel. It's barely over 2,000 people. An absolute noob. I want to get it up to like 1 million people. You know? I could be Mr. Beast 2.0. I could be the Beast. I lean into YouTube a little bit. I wasted like the last 3 years. I didn't bother with YouTube at all. It was all website. I was Sorcery Community Facebook group. I was Collector Arthouse Discord. We've had phenomenal growth on all those platforms. And the website's a great tool for people. CollectorArthouse.com. By the way, did you guys notice I moved my my camera? I moved it. So when I'm talking to Pete from Star City Games tomorrow night, I can almost be looking him in the eye. If I look up a little bit, I could look him in the eye. Otherwise, I can like look at the screen. I could see him, although I'm getting a kink in my neck a little bit. It used to be like right here, and then I would just look over at the screen like this. I would just look over. But I don't know, man. I might do it like this. Maybe I'll shift it a little bit, though. I'm telling you, getting a little kink in the neck. It's not going to be good. I might be in pain tomorrow, guys. I'm putting it all on the line. All right. So we got the lair back there for good measure. Oh, there's the Dragonlord. And then for good luck, we got the Kythera mechanism rocking in the background. Original painting right there of Kythera. I got the Wyvern because you can never have too much dragon, right? You can never have too much dragon at a time like this. We got the Dragonlord. We got the Dragonlord's lair. And then, let me move the mic. You see that there? Original painting, Avatar of Air. Elemental Avatar, Severin Pinel. You can never have too much Avatar. If you're going to have the dragon, you better have the Avatar of Air, the champion. One of the best elemental avatars right now, right? How many did I get to open? This is number 2, Ivan. Dragonlords. All day, all night. All I do is open the Dragonlord lair in foil, apparently. So how am I going to package this back up? I could put it right the way it was. Let's see if I get it back into the package in a team bag. Should I team bag this bad boy? Where are my team bags at? Here, while we're team bagging. It almost sounds wrong in a way. There's another one of those frames. Almost sounded violating. All right, guys. We got some team bags here. All right, we're going to try to team bag these. Team bag. Get your mind out of together. Team bag. All right, so we got all 14 cards. Look at that, man. Look at that. Wow. God, guys, the art on this is second to none. There's no game in the world with art like this. All right, let's set Moonsong aside. People get upset when there's too many wolves hanging out. Look at this. Look at this set of cards from the Dragonlord Miniset. Stunning. And then, of course, the Dragonlord himself in foil. All right, so that was for Will Jackson in the Collector Art House Patreon. He actually just signed up pretty recently. I'm trying to do an alpha break this Friday night, by the way, guys. If you go to Collector Art House Discord, you could join my alpha break. No one signed up so far. They were a few weeks ago. I took a break for 2 weeks, killed momentum, but we were selling out like instantly. I was wondering if this will. All right, so it does slide in there, so I could seal it up and I could do one of those. All right, so it looks like that's gonna. All right, pack the foil in a top loader with inner sleeve and put it under the black cardboard insert. All right, let's see what you're talking about. Under here? Under here. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So the black card, I never thought to. Oh, look at this. All right, so you got a piece of foam. This is just like, look at it. It's like glued on there or something. I never thought to take this off. So you just have a piece of like foam on the bottom. That's a good idea though. We should sleeve up the foil. All right, so lay down on the foam for a moment. We'll go with a penny and a top loader. Got all my supplies. We've done a lot of alpha breaks on the channel. And we're trying to do some more, up to 2 boxes this Friday night, if you guys are interested. But we got to sell that out. So if you're interested, join the Collector Art House Discord. That's where I advertise it. I should post it on a Patreon too, so the full malice sees it. And yeah, if there's interested in alpha, we'll break more alpha. All right, so what he's saying is you open up the box. That's how we're going to package these bad boys. All right, so we got that. You know what? I need a team bag on that too, so it doesn't slide out of the top loader. So we're going to use 2 team bags. We're going to bag up the Lord. Bag up the Lord. Come on now. Come on now. The price of no fingernails comes with consequences. All right, good call, Tim. Yeah, so is that the big pull? All right, so we put that in there. We insert the dragon back into his natural habitats. We team bag these bad boys. Slide them into one corner. Get rid of the tape so it stays. Fold it down. And that should fit just fine in there with the team bag. All right. Fold over the excess plastic. And there you have it. Just like she sent it. There it is. Will Jackson is the first Patreon to score big on the Dragonlord foil. The second Dragonlord foil, of course, in my box, my lone box. I could only get one. I wanted to have one. Actually, you know what? There was another guy that went to an LGS and scored me one. I appreciate that. If you're watching, by the way, buddy. I got to get that from him. This I also pulled for myself in the box Ed Bear Jr. gave me. The Dragonlord and foil. There it is in the Collector Art House frame. And Will Jackson scores one as well. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do is let me know in the comments if you like this better in live format. This is the shortest live format I've ever done in my life, I think. So we can do a live in like 20 to 30 minutes. Maybe like another night we can talk Dragonlord, we can talk Alpha, Beta, Arthurian Legends, Future of Sorcery, secondary market, some filthy discussion on the secondary. I don't know, whatever you guys want. Let me know if you prefer live format or if I should just record the other 5 boxes here and just release those one at a time. But it's going to be a lot of fun seeing what we get for pull rates of these from the Dragonlord boxes and what are the chases. But if you go to the Sorcery Community Facebook group, there's the one Andre sent me. He labeled his, right? So let me put that underneath so you don't see his writing. So if you go to the Sorcery Community Facebook group, people are using hashtag Collector Art House, and you just click that hashtag, and it'll filter for all those hits. And then you can kind of aggregate it up, and we can get some statistics on what the polls are looking like. So, Ivan, I'm opening these for Collector Art House Patreon supporters. The deal was they send me their box, I paid their shipping, and then I'm going to ship it back to them, and I'm going to give them a free playmat and one of these frames from Easy 5 display. So one with the dragon egg and one with the dragon breaking the seal, cracking out of the egg. So these are really cool frames. A lot of fun. We'll have some fun on the channel, enjoying the release because these are so hard to get. It was really the only way I could get my hands on it, right? Other than paying like hundreds of dollars per box to be able to do some openings. So thank you very much to the Collector Art House patrons for making this possible. It's going to be a lot of fun. Appreciate you guys. And like I say, let me know in the comments if you want to do these live or if you want to see this as recorded content. Tomorrow night, I'm live with Star City Games president Pete Hoffling at 9:30. So around this time tomorrow night, 30 minutes earlier, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, we're going to talk to Pete. We're going to find out everything there is to know. Oh, you still have one, Alfred? Thanks, brother. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. You picked one up for me. I was just talking about that. So we're going to be live with Pete. We're going to find out what the heck is going on with SCG Con. And I want to know, is Ed Beard Jr. going to be there in Baltimore or not? Because that's the one I'm going to. I hope I can see Ed Beard Jr. at the booth because that will really make it like a Gen Con 2.0 experience where it's going to go nuts. People are going to go nuts. There's going to be a line all the way around Gen Con. The Magic people, the Flesh and Blood people, you know, there's going to be Sorcery fans who are triggered because they can't get enough of this, you know, but there's going to be tons more of people. And here's the thing, guys. Let me just point this out. Dragonlord Miniset was not the only thing they had at Gen Con. They sold a ton of Arthurian Legends there. And I think they might have had beta too. I'm not certain. I know when I talked to Ed, he told me that they had Arthurian Legends there, and he said they were selling that all day. So what does that tell you? Nobody's wanted Arthurian Legends, right? We kind of got satiated, the current market, the current people in Sorcery. We got enough. We got our fill, right? But then people were coming up and they're buying a Dragonlord Miniset. They're seeing the 2-hour-long line. They're like, what is this Sorcery Contested Realm? And guess what these new people that have never heard of this game before want? They want Arthurian Legends. They have 0 of it, right? So like, awesome. You got a core set I could pick up? Great. Oh, it's for draft play? Perfect. I'll draft. I'll try it. I'll go to the learn to play. So it was a home run, this Gen Con, right? You brought in a lot of new players. You got renewed interest in Arthurian Legends. And you're just welcoming new flesh blood into the game. So more people to play with, more people to collect with, more people to buy, sell, trade, more people to go meet at conventions, have a good time in person. It checks all the boxes, right? And yeah, it's aggravating because I want a case of this, right? I want 10 of these. I want all these to be mine, but I can't have it, right? So what's the alternative? Would I want the market flooded with this? Would I want this to be absolutely worthless and the game to just flounder to distribution to say like, what's the deal with you guys? You're just going to print everything into the ground? This game's worthless? That's what you're about? Is this a living card game? It's not good. This is too extreme. It shouldn't be this rare. But some rarity is good. And sometimes going to the extreme for a mini set that's only 13 cards is tolerable, right? It's frustrating, it's aggravating, but the net benefit is it's going to be amazing for the game because the awareness that it created at Gen Con, and it pulled in a lot more people into the line. They come to the booth. They meet charismatic as hell Ed Beard Jr. They meet MTG Alpha legend Jeff Menges, and people get excited. They're like, what is this game? What is this 128 people out in the gallery playing this thing? How do I play? They do a learn to play, right? It's grown the game, right? And that's what you want ultimately. So you deal with some aggravation to grow the game. You're going to be the liaison? Agent Paco live. You're going to do lives? I mean, you got to live up to the name. You're going to be the liaison in Houston. I'm probably going to go to the Baltimore SCG Con, but also the same weekend there is the IX Art Show, LuxCon Art Show. I usually go to that every year in October to go see Jeff Menges, Drew Tucker, Margaret Organ Keene is often there. I saw Jeff Easley there a few years ago. That was before I knew Jeff, and I started working with him to help sell some of his artist proofs. Who else have I seen up there? Alan Pollock has been there the last several years. Elvira Shakarova was there last year. I mean, it's great to see a bunch of these Sorcery artists, and now they're becoming, some of them were not in Sorcery. Now they're in Sorcery. So I got to look at the list again because there's been a bunch of new artists introduced to the game and mentioned, right? And then some of the altruists, Atlas Thorn. You know what? We should I get an Atlas Thorn card? Let's do an Atlas Thorn card tomorrow night. Let me get one. Hang on. All right. I'm doing Atlas Thorn. All right. Look at this. You see this box? Elvira Shakarova sent me this box. I don't know if she watches my channel ages ago, but it says Mars Black, right? This must, oh, look. Old Holland Classic Oil Colors, made in the Netherlands. So you want to know what paint Elvira Shakarova? I don't know if she wanted me to tell you this. I don't know if you don't want to know what paint she uses, but she sent me a bunch of artist proofs in this box one time, and I've kept it all this time because it's such an amazing box. It's perfect for holding cards. All right, so what do we want to do here for Atlas Thorn tomorrow night? Let me see. You guys want to do an Atlas Thorn avatar? Atlas Thorn, he's the newest artist in Sorcery. Again, listen, it's absolutely beautifully prophetic that we have Atlas Thorn, who went from altars to Sorcery commissioned artists, because you had Elvira Shakarova, Marta Molina, and Kyle Calazans made that transition. And now Atlas Thorn, a guy that I discovered on Instagram a year ago and really helped showcase his work and promote his work, is discovered by Eric and is another altar artist that made it into this amazing game that's very dedicated to the art, obviously, right? So it's a beautiful thing, and I hope it happens for Andrina Jardim, Dustin Brossard, Vivian Calazans is an amazing talent. Oh, you guys love Pietro De Cero out in Italy. I mean, there's so many great artists, guys. All right, so what are we going to do? We're going to do an avatar for Atlas? No one's commenting. Me and others in the community wonder if the majority of DL is being kept on. AL is beautiful art and stunning. No one wants anything to do with the Atlas Thorn altar card. All right, guys, this is what we're going to do. I don't know. What's a cool card for... How's Earth these days? Should we go Earth? It's a hard call, man. It's a hard call. All right, this one's pretty sick. I don't know, though. I like this one, too. Yeah, maybe. Decide if you played... Oh! Rubble. If you played an Earth site, fill a void adjacent to you with rubble. That's pretty interesting. All right, guys. This is what we're going to do for Atlas tomorrow night. This is a nice one. I'm going to pull it out of the top loader and sleeve so you can see it in all its glory. So Atlas Thorn, one of the greats. All right, so we got an avatar from Atlas Thorn, altarist who is commissioned for the game and is now officially in Sorcery Contested Realm. Geomancer. There is the Geomancer. Can you believe someone hand-painted this? This is a hand-painted card by new Sorcery Contested Realm artist, Atlas Thorn. It legitimately looks like it's printed, even when it's right in front of your face. So when you're looking at it, you can definitely, like, if you look very close, I can see the brush strokes, but somehow, miraculously, you have, I mean, it's just so unreal. A lot of people can't even draw like this. Can you imagine with a fine point brush being this precise, this pristine? The guy is an absolute wizard, a master of painting. So the Geomancer, absolutely incredible. This young Chad is reviewing the spell book, and he's just looking slick as hell. You know, he's got the old school feather pen, and he's browsing the spell book as the world literally crumbles around him. I don't know. Are these like ancient ruins? What do you guys think these are? What is the concept? It's like he's summoning from Earth the spells from the spell book, and the majestic background is just so incredible. Incredible detail. Yeah, you know, so Matthew says the detail in such a small card is crazy. I talked to, I was talking to some artist. It's actually one of the newer artists of Sorcery. Was it one of the newer artists of Sorcery? I don't know. Sometimes I talk to artists on like Instagram and stuff, right? And they're like, they're used to full-size painting. I was like, hey, have you ever tried altars anymore? It'd be great to get some awareness from the game creator. I think that's what it was. It was a guy who was trying to break through. He's trying to get in touch with Eric. He was asking me, do I have a connection to get in touch with him? I was like, I don't know, man. He's hard to reach sometimes. He just doesn't respond. You got to like email him and just be persistent, keep trying, and hopefully he'll get back to you. And I was like, or you could try some altars and that might get his attention. if he likes your work and he thinks it's a fit for the game. Because this guy stylistically was a good fit. I'm not talking about Atlas Thorn right now. I'm talking about somebody else. And he was telling me, he's like, it's difficult painting on a small. He said he's done some altars for Magic. This guy, different guy, not Atlas. And he said it's challenging, and he said he's absolutely blown away by what he's seen from the Sorcery Altarists. And here you have Atlas Thorn as the perfect poster boy example of that, really. One of the first Altarists on the scene. So an incredible work of art by Atlas. We'll do that one tomorrow night, 24-hour auction at the Sorcery Community Facebook group and the Collect Arthouse Discord. Incredible. The living legend, Atlas Thorn. I'm going to try to get Atlas to come to Sorcery Con next year. We'll see if he can pull it off. We really got to get Sorcery Con locked down so we can give these international artists some notice. They're going to have to secure travel visas and whatnot. But there you have it, guys. Thank you to the 6 patrons who sent me these boxes. We're going to have a lot of fun on the channel opening these. Thank you to Andrew from Easy5 Display. I'm going to send these off for the patrons. You're going to get a frame. You're going to get a playmat, all at my expense, for graciously allowing me to open your box. And I'm going to send you back all the cards. Do it very safely and securely. So nothing to worry about. And I'll try to do it timely, too, because I'm sure you guys want to see these and enjoy these, too. So thank you guys all for tuning in. Again, let me know in the comments if you want to see these live or if I should record them and schedule them for release. Please join me again tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Pete Hoffling, president of Star City Games, is going to tell us all about SCG Con in Houston, Las Vegas, and Baltimore coming up in a few months. But tomorrow night, we get all the details from Pete. Collector Arthouse YouTube. Don't miss it. Please subscribe, set the notifications. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.